Hello, and welcome to SpinTires, the original game in 2022. Now, if you've been with my channel for a very long time, you'll know that here on this channel, we were a very, very early adopter of the SpinTires series, which eventually turned into Mud Runner and then turned into Snow Runner. Now, I personally have been playing this series ever since the original SpinTires tech demo, which basically started off with, I think, 2 trucks and 1 map, and then it expanded off into a few more trucks, and then the potential for modding arrived, and then the game kind of went crazy from there. Now, as you can see, if you haven't played the original SpinTires in a very long time, this sort of main screen is from when they did their China Adventure DLC. Now, this DLC was released quite a while back, and since then, there's actually been some back and forth of even the overall availability of the game itself. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to revisit the original SpinTires and almost check in on the state of the original SpinTires when you load it up in 2022. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and click play, choose a map, and see what happens. So, we're going to go ahead and click the play button. We've already got it set on the China Village DLC map, and we're starting with, it'll give us a B-C10, but I think we can also select another truck, and that's probably going to be the Sherp ATV. So, let's see. Kind of back and forth, but you know what? We'll make sure it's on, oh, yeah, it was on, oh, wait a minute. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. that it was on casual and not hardcore, because laugh at me all you want. Wow, that loaded fast. Laugh at me all you want, but here's the thing. Hardcore, especially in the original SpinTires, is freaking wild. All right, so let's go ahead and fire up our Sherp. God, that fires up so fast. See, that's something that I do remember from the original SpinTires, is that things were so immediate, and they are exactly the same way here. All right, let's see. We've already got a full fuel tank, and driving the Sherp is an experience in itself, right? Because, here, let's see. Can we go into, there we go. Low 3? Yeah, we'll leave it about there. Is this a movable log? It is a movable log. God, the visuals of this game are so different even from Mud Runner, and actually they're a little bit brighter than Mud Runner. I also kind of dig the theme that they're going for here with, like, the new buildings. I know this DLC is technically not new, but I've never played this DLC before because I was playing a lot of Snow Runner when this DLC originally came out. But look at the buildings, look at the lanterns, look at the cherry blossom trees. At least I think they're cherry blossom trees. They look so good. I'm actually hoping that we find a mission or two on our travels as well. Now, in terms of where this series is going and where this series started off, I know I've talked about that topic a lot because this series is one of those ever-evolving things where it seems like, you know, every once in a while there'll be a big shift in the focus of the series, and I think going back to where it originally started really helps shine a light on where this game came from. Come on. Move closer to remove cloaking. Okay, cloaking removed. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, there we go. So let's see. What do we have going on here? So we got another truck up here. And then right here we've got a village market that wants some different types of materials. What is that? Is it just like there? I'm not sure, but apparently if we stay along the... No, that's not what I want. It is also weird that in order to steer this thing, you basically have to steer it on throttle. Now, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about not only the original SpinTires and where it has come from, but what the series has become today. And I know that there was a lot of back and forth recently over some legal challenges that this game was going through, and I'm not going to get into that too much, but just know that certain elements of the game itself have been up in the air for a while, and that was why this game actually was not available to purchase for a little while. Do not flip over backwards. Thank you. Okay, where was that icon that it was trying to show us? Because it was trying to show us something. Oh, that was literally it. I mean, I guess you could use that as a hill climb if you really wanted to, but we're not going to do that. Now let's, whoa. I do love being able to drive the Sherp, though. Driving the Sherp, I think, was such a cool addition to this game. And honestly, I think this is one of those creative elements that I wish that we had more of in SnowRunner, because this is not like a complaint about SnowRunner, what I'm about to say, but it's more of a constructive criticism, because I feel like in SnowRunner, you know, we continued to get a lot of the same in terms of trucks. Now, that's not with everything, but that's only with, I would say, God, I love the way the water looks. This has to be some of the prettiest water I've ever seen. Like, not even just in this series, but in a game. I mean, in any game in general. And my God, is the Sherp the perfect vehicle for exploring these new maps, or what? Dangerous water level? Ah, it's a Sherp. Don't worry about it. That is one of the things, though, that's always so much fun about driving a Sherp around maps like this, is that you really can't go wrong. All right, cloaking removed. Let's give it a little bit more of a look. This map doesn't seem like it's actually all that big, but as we get a little bit closer, what is that? That is, no, let's see. Oh, Chen Company rice export. They want, I guess, bags of rice for that? Huh, that's super interesting, actually. Now, obviously, we're not going to be hauling rice with the Sherp, because the Sherp doesn't really have the cargo capacity to do that. It would if we had brought the crazy, like, 10x10 Sherp, but that's not really what we want to use to explore a map. Now, I'm sure some of you guys would use that to explore a map, and, I mean, I'm sure Diesel probably would as well. But what am I stuck on? It won't let me turn. Like, legitimately, it won't let me turn. Okay, I think I was stuck on a bush, because it really was, like, not letting me turn at all. Get out of automatic mode. Automatic mode in this game is wacky as ever, and so are the camera controls. You can tell when you play this game on a controller that they did a lot of improvement in MudRunner and in SnowRunner over the original SpinTires in terms of controller-based camera control, because if you are playing the original SpinTires on a controller, oh my God, you are going to absolutely hate yourself when it comes to setting up the camera position. It is terrible. But if I put my controller down and I start driving with the keyboard, which I don't really like to do, oh my God, it's not going anywhere. There we go. Yeah, if you start driving with the keyboard, you can tell that the original SpinTires was designed to be played and driven on a keyboard and mouse, whereas MudRunner and SpinTires had a much more controller-focused layout and a much more controller-focused scheme. Because look at this. You can't really tell the difference between playing the game from a viewing perspective between playing the game on a keyboard and mouse and playing the game on a controller, because it was designed so deeply for the keyboard and mouse. It actually looks and plays smoother on the keyboard and mouse than it does on a controller, which you can't say for most driving games, frankly. But this is one of those rare occasions where you can absolutely say that. And yes, it's kind of weird to say, but like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So let me go ahead and pull the map up here. Let's see. I think we're about to be headed for another cloaked area right there. I'm pretty sure that that's what those are. So let's actually back on out of the map. We'll take this right-hand turn. Actually, yeah, I could see the cloaking right there straight ahead. So let me make my way down this side road, and then I'll see if I can find a turn-off point. God, all right, I'm just gonna be as upfront about this as I possibly can. I hate the camera in the original SpinTires. I cannot stand the camera. I love the game. I cannot stand the camera. And I think that in itself was what drove so many players, apart from obviously it being the next game in the series, but that was one of the things that drove so many players from SnowRunner to MudRunner. Because I remember even back when I was, don't you dare flip over. This thing is so much more flippy than I remember it being. I wonder if they added weight to the back end. Hey, achievement unlocked, Mushroomer, all right. And cloaking removed, boom, all right. Yo, I did not expect to get whoa, okay, Chen Company rice autoloader right there, sweet. So that we will use if and when we get another truck. So where is so there's a BC320, and there's a Q2081. Gotta love the naming procedure, jeez. Now, I will say that this area needs logs, and there's a logging truck right there, and it's just a short path up here to get the logs. And that's a self-service area, but that's fine. Because, I mean, if you've got a crane on this thing, which I believe we do, let's see. We do have a crane, right? Yeah, we do, in fact. Okay, God, the camera's so fast. The camera is, like, frustratingly fast. And that's another thing. I'm sure that there's a way to probably adjust the camera speed and sensitivity, but oh my god, like, dude, holy smokes. The camera is blisteringly fast. All right, let's get you turned around now, and let's make our way back on down to the next area, because I want to see if there's any more watchtowers that we can unlock before we, whoa, easy, before we shut the Sherp down for this one. So I need to make sure I'm headed the right way, which I think I am, actually. And there should be, oh, there's a couple more right down the way. So that's going to be stay to the right. Let me make myself a little, there we go. A little direct, like, kind of, you know, directive there. Yeah, not bad at all. There is a certain charm, though, to this game, and every time you go back and play it, you can absolutely feel that original SpinTires charm, and it's very much so alive and well, even when you, like, you go back and play it after a really, really long amount of time, because you can still feel those elements that bring you the feelings that you had when you played this game for the first time. And I've got to say, I think some of the textures actually look better in the original SpinTires than they do in Mud Runner. That doesn't make up for the camera, because the camera is... But other than the camera, I mean, the way the game looks, you can tell that it's just so much more vibrant than that gray, almost dull look in Mud Runner. And I don't know why they went with that super gray look, but that super... Oh, we drove right past that. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to take this left, because that's probably what's gonna... That's probably gonna be what's gonna get us to where we need to go. But, like, I don't really know where that, like, the idea for that gloomy gray look came from. But in a way, they carried some of that over to SnowRunner after Mud Runner. Not a ton of it, but they did carry over some of it, and I think it formed a certain following, because there are certain people that you'll find in the community that jumped into the game during Mud Runner, and then whenever they see this game, you know, with like a mod or a texture package that takes away that element of gray, you know, kind of like gloomy gray look, they're like, that's not how this game is supposed to look. This game is not supposed to be bright and colorful and vibrant. This game is supposed to be gray and gloomy, and that's the only way this game is allowed to look. But here's the thing, that's not how the original SpinTires started. The original SpinTires looked a lot more like this, and even though it had that fog in the distance, it always had that element of greenery. It always had that element of a little bit of extra lighting, a little bit of extra color, and my God, do those rocks look incredible. These rock textures, I don't know what they did with them, but man, do they look amazing. Let me see, can I not get around this log? Has the Sherp been defeated by a log? What? The Sherp is never defeated by a log. Thank you. Oh my God, yes. I appreciate you actually being able to overcome the difficulty that is a log. All right. Now, let me know in the comment section down below if you would like me to do an even deeper dive into the original SpinTires, because I know this was a lot more of a surface level dive into kind of the state of what the game looks like right now, but if you guys would like me to do something a little bit more in-depth on the original game, do let me know in the comment section down below, and if you're new around here and you would like to see more, make sure you hit that like button, and also let me know any thoughts that you may have in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and I will see you guys next time.